a small perspective, a small workshop on breath and its importance and connection. However, just before I came, I got a shot. Doctors know what a shot is. I got a shot of vitamin, not G, but I got a vitamin SG. I believe that is available predominantly in Malaysia. It's called vitamin Suresh Bhuven. He just said, he told me, keep them occupied, we are going to another session, till we come back, don't start us chair you. So, well, we have a wonderful chance to talk a little more about Swami and how I'm going to connect that to the deeper aspects of breath, the connection between the body and the mind, and how it leads us into the deeper parts of who we truly are. First of all, very simply, the path of yoga, of which breath is a very important path, the path of yoga is a very down-to-earth, black and white practice. It is not a matter of belief. It is purely a matter of experience. It leads you to the experience of God. It is not about belief in God or faith in God. You can hold on to that faith. You don't have to have faith. It is about the discovering of the self. And when you come face to face with that infinite part of yourself, and when that experience begins to slowly empower your everyday thoughts, words and deeds, then you begin to experience what divinity truly is. And that changes your life completely. In the previous session, I was sitting at the back and listening to Sister Lorraine talk about the devotional workshop, and she put up a slide, and of course Dr. Ramadevi also put up the slide. There were 3 words. You probably heard this by now. In your notes it will be there. Conscience, conscious, and conscious. I have a very humorous anecdote for this, because I was there when Swami gave a discourse on this. And I was in Swami's room at that time. And I used to always think, he has no books in his room, right? How much of knowledge flows from Swami and how many discourses he's giving, and he got to give more discourse. At a talk, I said, I talked to the boys and he'll give a discourse. And again, he has so much to quote, the knowledge and the wisdom. I used to always wonder, where is he getting this from? You know? So, very beautifully, Swami wanted to show me. So he came down, and one evening it was, but before the discourse, he came and sat down. Mr. Chakravarti, the registrar, then the registrar of the university was there. I was standing there. And just, to both of us, he asked, there are 3 words, as if showing me that I am preparing for my talk. Okay? He was very thoughtful there. There are 3 words, English lo, ademo conscious antaru, consciousness emo antaru, what is that? Something they talk 3 words about conscious, antaru. Then, of course, I didn't answer because he looked at the registrar, and of course, Mr. Chakravarti cleared his throat. The Swami at the end of the day, and he kind of very diligently explained conscience and Swami, consciousness and conscious. He started talking, like explaining to Swami. The Swami had asked him, halfway through, Swami said, "Chal le." At the end of the English medium, I don't understand all these words you are using. He walked out. And then he gave the brilliant discourse on conscience, conscious, and consciousness. And then he comes back. Again, I was there and he called back to the Aage Chapena, did I tell correctly? How humble, how sweetly he gives that pill that I know everything, showing you. So the vitamin SG has come back, so you got a new title, vitamin SG. I just told them, before you left, you gave me a vitamin shot of Suresh Bhuven. So, breath. Breath is the bridge between the body and the mind. And usually there's the word chair yoga, but I saw the way the chairs were placed, I saw the number of people. I won't be able to do any chair yoga with you all today, but we will connect with the breath. All you need is to focus within and we'll work on very simple aspects of the breath. And why is it so important? In yoga, we understand prana as part of the breath. The breath is the vehicle for prana to enter the body. That's commonly known, popularly known. But what most of you do not know, and what you perhaps won't find on the internet today, is prana is not just about the breath alone. The prana that we use in the body, which is pranayama, which in English we generally call it breath work, but it is pranayama. Prana means the life force, and yama means controlling the life force, channeling the life force for more productive purposes. For any purpose you can use. To be a better co-worker, to be more productive at work, to have more energy during the day, to go within and meditate. For everything prana. Without prana, nothing exists, right? Prana comes from all the 5 elements incorporated. It comes from the earth element, prana, through the food. It comes through the water element, through water and through the liquids in the body. Channeling and controlling the liquids in the body, I can actually generate prana. With exercises and physical movement, I can generate prana. Through fire, from the sun, from generating heat in the pit of your stomach, aham vaishvanara, and bottom of your feet, we can generate prana. The lungs, air element, we can generate prana. This is known. This is where most of the practices are practiced. And then the space element can also generate prana. And that is sound. That is why when we listen to Namasmarana, beautiful bhajans that were sung today and yesterday, we close our eyes and then we get energized, right? When the bhajans are beautiful, there's perfect harmony between the rhythm, melody and lyrics. Then the meaning is beautiful, then there's a rhythm to the meaning and there is melody to it. When there's a perfect harmony, which is there in beautiful Swami's bhajan, then what happens? Prana enters, then you feel uplifted, you feel energized, you forget food. Oh, if you still remember food, then you blame the bhajan singer. But if his bhajan is so good, it makes you forget everything. That's why Meera's bhajan, Tyagaraja's kirtana, you listen and you'll be completely lost, like we do when we listen to Sai Krishna. Prana enters through sound. So if we in our lifestyle, and that's why I always teach all of this as part of the lifestyle. If I just show you some techniques of breathing and going, then you will not understand the pictures. I'm setting the background here. At some other time, if the situation and opportunity comes, we will analyze each of this more in detail. But how do I harness prana, life force from all the 5 elements? Bottom line is a lifestyle, mindful lifestyle, a lifestyle of sadhana, a spiritual lifestyle, where I connect to the elements of the universe as they exist in my body and harness the energy. So our dependence on only one source for energy goes down. Because now we depend, if one is not available, the other provides us energy. And it's very, very true that you don't have to depend on one source for energy. I know my modern medicine, I know there are doctors here who may or may not agree with me, but prana is an important source of energy to the body. And science has not yet made discoveries simply because there's not much research done. We talk about proteins, carbohydrates and all of that, but prana is an important source of energy. Today, because we said breath work, we'll focus on breath and how do we harness the energy of prana through the power of breath. Remember, I use the word harness. We're not getting more prana into the body, but we're going to harness the energy. It is the water flows, but when you harness the energy of water, you get electricity, right? So in the same way, when you harness the breath, you then start deriving energy. One of the simplest and the most profound breath practice is what I'm going to teach you. In traditional yoga practice, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika and all of this, there is a ratio of breath. Remember, breath is the vehicle, it's a vessel, like a glass. Breath is not prana. Breath is a vehicle which contains prana that you're going to draw in. Okay? There is a ratio of breathing, and the ratio of breathing is 1:2. You breathe in for 1 count, you breathe out for 2 counts. Now this is not a mathematical thing that you have to stick with exactly. A few microseconds here and there doesn't matter. But this is the general. You breathe in for 1 count. You breathe out for 2 counts. The whole secret of success in yoga, the whole secret of calming the mind, the whole secret of being healthy, trust me, is in this simple ratio. You would ask me why. More than 76% of toxins in the body, and I'm sure every medicine person will agree with this because it's a published report, everybody knows this. More than 76% of toxins in the body are not released by feces and urine, and you can cry as much as you want watching a Shah Rukh Khan movie or Amitabh Bachchan die in the story. You can cry as much, but toxins through the tears doesn't go. So, how do you release toxins from the body? 76% and more through the breath. The breath releases the toxins. So imagine how healthy you can be by daily detoxifying your body just by learning how to breathe. And the simplest way to learn how to breathe is to 2. We're going to practice that. If you can take home this one thing and practice till the next time I come, believe me, if this becomes a regular habit, after a while, after a few months, after a couple of years, this will become a natural thing. You'll automatically breathe out more. Your lung capacity increases. You'll be less tired. You'll be much more calmer. It's a magic thing because the breath takes care of it. You breathe in for 1 count. You breathe out for 2. How is that related to the mind? How do you say just because I breathe out more, how's that calming the mind? Here's the beauty of it. What is the most precious thing among all of this? The breath. How do we know this? COVID. Right? How scared everybody was. Simply because we couldn't breathe. Without food, which is the earth element, we can survive easily for a month at least. We all have enough fat reserves that the body can survive. Without water, we can perhaps survive 4 to 5 days. But without air, we cannot even survive a few minutes. So in our unconscious mind, breath is linked to survival. That is why when you are upset, when you are angry, what happens to your breathing? It is shallow. When you are calm, what happens to your breathing? It is deep. When you are completely immersed in a very calm but very beautiful song, soft and serene, the breathing is gentle, subtle. Hardly there is a ripple, right? The breath indicates what is going on in the mind. Because deep inside your unconscious, if there is sense of security because of the breath. So, if you take something that is most vital and give it away consciously, at first the brain doesn't understand. You will find it uncomfortable that no, I don't like all these practices, Swami is there, he'll take care of me, and we quick jump to the devotional wagon and because it's more convenient, and we carry on. But hang on for a second and just think of it. If you are able to be charitable with your breath, give it away. What? The most vital thing for you, give it away. And learn to do it consciously. And the body learns to understand, hey, wait a minute, I can let go of my most vital possession, I can still survive. The body learns it by experience. Deep in your unconscious, you plant the seed that by giving away my most vital aspect, much more than what I receive for 1 count, I'm going to give away 2 counts. I give more than what I receive. I give more than what I receive. That begins to reflect in our actions. I get something, I want to give more. And that also opens up spiritual consciousness. Your ability to be abundant. Because when you receive, you want to give it back. Breath indicates that, teaches you that. And that changes who you are from deep inside. You don't have to do this consciously at all. All you have to do is practice 1:2 ratio. And I derived a very beautiful template. Bring a mantra, a chant to it. Now you're bringing space element. You're bringing life force from space into the breath as well. So it becomes doubly powerful. There are 2 ways to practice this ratio. One, I will tell you from the Vedantic point of view. A simple way is so, Swami gave a very beautiful discourse to us. And I'm going to rush through these things before we get into the practice. Swami came to the hostel and gave a beautiful discourse on so. He said, breathe the soul. So means that. Hum means I. Draw in, breathe in the that. Breathe out the hum. Let the little I go out. Let the big I come. So, breathe in so. Breathe out hum. Oh, Swami so beautifully do that. So, hum. Oh, hum. Ha is a very powerful, hum is a very powerful bijakshara pertaining to the space element which is situated here. That's why ha is Hanuman. Hanuman is about tremendous energy, Hayagriva, ha, Hari, Hara. All of these are very powerful sounds that will generate this. Because ha is about exhalation. Ha. Ha. The other way, what I want to practice today, which is simpler because you can take it home, is this ratio. So, breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you have to do is sit straight in the chair. Very simple. Okay? You cannot afford. I know we all have our favorite chairs at home, recliners. Hey, that's my corner, like Sheldon does in Big Bang Theory. But you don't want to be seated like this. You know, this is a very simple practice. I will practice, and you put your leg up, and you want to. It doesn't work like this. The spine, your lungs. The moment the spine goes like this, your lungs are collapsed. The moment the lungs are collapsed, no amount of breathing is going to happen. So you want to be comfortably straight. Maintain a straight posture. So usually even if you have a chair, what I suggest is come a little to the front and sit straight. Move your butt slightly to the front because otherwise if you're sitting back and trying to straighten it will hurt your back. If you move slightly to the front and sit on the edge of the chair, try it out. Then you will find that okay, it's not bad, I can continue, I can sit like this. So this is comfortably straight, so it helps us maintain the breath. Now, because I have the age groups across a large spectrum from anywhere between 10 and 12 to, well, nobody's beyond 30, I think. So, okay, let's say 10 to 12 to 30. What I will do is, I will try and I just suggest a speed, it should be average for everybody. Some of you might find, oh, this is too simple. I can breathe much longer in and out. Then slow down. Ideally, when you go home and practice it, if you keep a watch, like we have apps for all of this, 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. 8 seconds in, 16 seconds out. You can practice like that. 10 seconds in, 20 seconds out. Imagine 30 seconds, you do only one breath. That's not easy. Not about one breath, I'm saying. Cycles of breath. When you're able to breathe, eventually with practice, and I tell you this from experience, 20 seconds you breathe in, you take 40 seconds to breathe out. Within 4 to 5, just 4 to 5 cycles, you will be deeply absorbed in it. But it is not easy to do 20 seconds and 40 seconds out. It needs a lot of practice, a lot of fitness, a whole lifetime to help you breathe that. But it is so amazing. The yogis that just take a breath and go within. It will arrest the mind. It will slow down the mind. It will help you see between thoughts a gap that gives you a door that opens to infinite experience. Then you will know, oh my God, there is something within me that's amazing. A whole new dimensions open. But this is it, practice. So, nevertheless, while I'm giving you this broad just to motivate you that this practice has got tremendous benefits, let us start taking baby steps. Let's take that one step. Swami will take 100 steps and bring that this knowledge, this wisdom, this motivation to practice. So let us try a few rounds of simply breathing in 4 counts, breathing out 8 counts. I'm going to try it for 3 or 4 counts and then we'll add the Namasmarana. Alright? So hopefully we are all seated straight. I'm not going to sit so that we can all, because you can see me. Let's all take in a deep breath and breathe out fully. So we are all on the same page. Let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One last. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gently open your eyes. Now, if it was a smaller group and we had more time, you would have asked questions, so please forgive me. You may have questions, but I'm going to potentially know what questions you may have. One of them is, when you breathe in, where by the time I counted 8, some of you would have finished the breath. And then what do? You have to wait now. Oh my God, let me start again because I've already finished that. That rationing of breath. You're breathing in and breathing out for 8 counts is how you're rationing the breath. You have to ration it. Don't exhale out too fast. That slowing down is the training. Once you master this particular pace, then you say, can I breathe in even slower? Can I breathe out even slower? Just a game. You have to play this game only for 8 minutes. 8 minutes is what entrains the brain in that wave pattern. The focused pattern, the wave. There is an alpha, but it's even better than the alpha wave. It takes you deep inside, very calming. You're just focusing on the breath, nothing else. How much is coming in. Can I ration out and breathe evenly? Then what happens? Your Om becomes beautiful. When you do Om in the morning, you take in a deep breath. I did this without taking a deep breath. So you can imagine if I took a deep breath, it would be much longer. What happens is you get a chance to follow the sound out into the universe and you draw the energy from the universe. It's a beautiful practice. The Omkara becomes a beautiful practice. Now we're going to add Namasmarana to this. So when we do this, playfully try that. Don't get stressed about, oh my God, I'm not able to hold the breath that long. Just playfully try to breathe out along with the Namasmarana. How does the Namasmarana go? So there are 2 tunes to it. When you hear me sing one tune, you breathe in. When you hear me sing other tune, breathe out. Don't sing along with me because then you can't do the breath work. Simply listen, Shravana. Listen and practice. How does it go? Let me show you. I'm going to breathe in. Om Sai Baba. Breathe out. Om Sai Baba. Om Sai Baba. Breathe in. Om Sai Baba. Breathe out. Om Sai Baba. Om Sai Baba. Shall we try it? Okay? Alright. Wonderful. So this is Namasmarana. The breath is constantly chanting the name of the Lord. It could be Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So change with Nama. When you add Nama to the breath becomes controlled in space. My God, it's an amazing practice, my dear brothers and sisters. Playfully try it. Don't worry, let the mind go anywhere. Just focus on the breath. It's an amazing practice. So let us call upon the Divine Lord and with our breath, with feeling and power, engage in this Namasmarana practice, a meditative chant. Listen, please don't chant with me. Listen to me and let us do this for just a minute or so before we bring this satsang to a close. Once again, sit straight. Let's take in a deep breath. Make sure we are all on the same page. A nice inhalation and breathe out. Exhale. Breathe in. Om Sai Baba. Breathe out. Om Sai Baba. Om Sai Baba. Breathe in. Om Sai Baba. Breathe out. Om Sai Baba. Om Sai Baba. Breathe in. Om Sai Baba. Breathe out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, in. Om Sai Baba, out. Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, Om Sai. With our eyes closed, we allow the breath to bring in the name of Sai. And whenever you chant my name, I present myself, say Sai, and therefore He is there in front of you, around you. Feel the presence. Your breath, as it chants Om Sai Baba, goes out, calling Him, and your inhalation with Om Sai Baba draws Him into your heart. With a prayerful heart, an attitude of infinite, unconditional gratitude, let us offer ourselves at the feet of this Divine Master. Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dustara Bhavasadara Taranam Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai Sai Nath Sadguru Jai Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dustara Bhavasadara Taranam Om Sai Baba, Om Sai Baba, Om. Let's end this beautiful session with one Om and three Shantis. Taking a deep breath. Shanti, Shanti.